This agency was completely stuck on just getting referrals. Here's the exact 30-day game plan we used to take them from 0 qualified meetings booked to 35 meetings every month, all on a pay-per-meeting basis. Think Vink is a Denver-based Amazon agency that helps e-commerce brands grow through marketing, operations, and strategic solutions. When they came to us, they spent 3 months doing cold outreach and getting 0 results. 30 days later, they had 35 qualified booked meetings with e-commerce brands actively looking for help and closed 7 deals, and they only had to pay us for meetings that actually showed up. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what we did, the offer we created, the campaign we launched, and how you can apply these same systems to scale your own agency fast. First off, let's start with when Vink first came to us. When Drew came to us, they were already a very established Amazon agency, managing over $19 million in ad spend across 40 plus clients every month. They had an internal team sending out emails each month, but they just couldn't figure out why it wasn't booking any meetings. Meanwhile, their competitors were getting traction with outbound, so they knew it could work. Drew, the founder, who was very well known in this space, his agency has grown from referrals, his networking, speaking events, podcasts. Frankly, he's just an amazing guy and a very accomplished individual. But he knew if he didn't build a consistent pipeline, his growth would eventually plateau. Let's take a quick look at Drew's website. You see they offer Amazon marketing, Amazon operations, strategic solutions, and all things like included within those. And this team does amazing work. All of these insights, all these approaches, the growth roadmap, product positioning, Drew's whole does amazing work. And the delivery of the website is great. The case studies are phenomenal, but the client acquisition system was broken. Here's the things that changed. The first thing we did was simply just set up email infrastructure that ensured deliverability, like we talk about in all our videos. Now, here's what changed for Drew. Before working with us, the first thing we worked on was the offer. They offer a ton of services here, and they were using those in all their outbound effort, but what they considered their offer were basically different CTAs or different call to actions or next steps for a prospect to take on a call. They were offering things like, we can do a free audit, free optimization on your store, free optimization on your landing pages, things like that. Now, those are great call to actions, but they're not compelling offers. When we started digging into their case studies and their pricing model, we saw that they were on a retainer-based model, which works fine for referrals and your inbound leads, but with no guarantee attached to it, it's going to fall flat with cold outreach. After a few different strategy sessions, Drew and I decided on doing something bold, a performance-based offer. He moved from pure base retainer models to a commission-based model, which was a small base retainer plus a percentage of commission on the deals, all custom for each client. This is an interesting shift because he realized he can charge a small retainer to make sure his hard costs are covered, and then he can charge a commission, and he could actually make more money on this model than his retainer-based model with the type of clients he had us targeting, as well as the clients he talks to outside of our efforts. That single change and pivot completely pivoted his entire results with outbound, but also his sales from his other sources as well. Not only did we boost his outbound conversions, but he also revived 3 to 4 deals that were just completely dead from his other sources, from his referral, from his networks. He completely revived them after they have gone cold for months. Just simply by presenting the offer, he closed 3 to 4 deals with his other channels on deals that were dead. And that's the power of a better offer. Not only did it help his outbound efforts, which we'll go over in a second too, it actually can help convert deals on his other channels as well. By the way, if you want to see how we handle your entire cold email system, from offer creation to infrastructure to inbox management, click the first link in the description below. Section 30. So we created a new offer. Let's talk about the results we saw. So here's real campaign stats we got with Drew, built directly out of Smart Lead. Now let's talk about how we actually executed on the campaign. So first thing we did to set up this kind of volume per month, we set up 300 inboxes and 150 domains. Google inboxes, we have found that Google inboxes seems to deliver better to Amazon brands and e-commerce brands. It just seems to have better results across the board than Outlook. So we set up 300 inboxes. We're sending about 4,000 emails. They went from like 2,000 to 4,000 emails a day. So you got to see as we scale across here, as we up the volume. Within the first 30 days, we had 375 replies, 45 positive out of all these leads, out of about 50,000 leads. Out of these 45 replies, 32 of those during this month booked the meetings. We had some meetings from prior months, and we had 19 other interested leads that they were working. Out of these
32 deals and the 35 combined from the prior month, they closed 7 deals from these meetings. And remember, this was a pay per meeting model, so they only paid for these meetings. And just to prove that this wasn't a one-time thing for Drew, this is the month of October, which is historically slower than July, August, September, as we kind of go towards 4Q in the e-commerce space. So targeted, we ended up doing scaling with him, obviously, as we got better results. Reply rates dropped a little bit, which again happened during that time of year, but the positive replies, we still got 49 positive replies. So we're up from the month of July, 23 meetings out of these. So still 20 plus meetings doing this kind of volume in the month of October. It's been 4 months working with Drew. If we average out positive replies, about 180 different companies were interested in the 4 months of working with Drew. Meetings on average, about 100 to 120 during the 4 months that he got. You assume 10 to 20% closure on those. LTV roughly 30,000 to 40,000. Huge return on investment on a spend with us. And again, he's only paying for the meetings that book. He's not even paying for the positive replies. At this point, Drew went from an unpredictable pipeline for replaced deal flow to a repeatable, scalable system for generating quality meetings every single month.
The difference between agencies that struggle with client acquisition and those that have predictable pipeline, it's offers and systems. When you combine a compelling offer, the right technical setup, and a proven sales process, you create predictability. Drew went from relying on referrals to booking 35 plus meetings in 30 days simply because we took on those 3 pieces. And they only paid for meetings that actually showed up. These same systems work across Amazon agencies, TikTok agencies, AI SEO agencies, or really any e-commerce niche, because the fundamentals never change. If you want us to set up the exact same system in your agency, where you only pay when you book qualified meetings on your calendar, click the first link in the description below. And if you found this helpful, subscribe for more agency breakdowns just like this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video.